So Wanavokali, I was introduced by Wanavokali because of the track that has been making rounds. It's called Rumba. There was a Rumba wave that hit us for like a week, where we had Mbwembwe and all the rest, and then Wanavokali had their Rumba thing. It was a good vibe. The video is amazing, so I tried to listen to their album, and these are my thoughts on it. Welcome to Fnnr. My name is Shembetsa Jerry. So first of all, let's talk about the album art. The album art is quite good. I must admit, the album art is quite good, but I feel like it needed more color. It needed more pomp and color. The black and white elements really took a lot away from what to expect from this album, because the vibe doesn't connect with the album. Yes, and when you think of Wanavokali, you think about this bubbly nature, you think about this bright appearance, you think about this warmth and love and light. But when you look at this album art, you don't feel those things, and that's a problem. Most artists just try to do album art trying to feel cryptic or have a lot of meanings in it, but in most cases I feel like you have to have your own soul in there. So when I looked at this album art, I didn't feel like soul, but it was well done. So I'd give the album art a 5. It was a so-so. You might like it, you might hate it, but I feel like it doesn't do the album justice. Next, production. Production was quite good. The beats were quite good. The arrangement was yeah, that's where we have a problem, but the production elements are quite good. I get the instrumentals where they were going. I understand what they are going for, and I feel like they tried their best. The producers tried their best to get all the elements that the artists wanted. But now this is where we get into a problem. Number one, mixing and mastering. Mixing and mastering was shit in some songs, not all songs. In some songs, mixing and mastering was shit. Why do I say this? Sometimes you feel like the lead singer and the harmonies don't really combine well. Sometimes the vocals feel like like they have just been thrown there for the sake of being thrown there. And that brings me to another thing where I'm talking about the arrangement of the tracks. Most of these tracks have been arranged poorly. When you listen to Rumba and you listen to everything else, there is a huge disconnect. There's a huge disconnect. At some point, the album feels like it's other artists who have hired Wanavokali to come and do background vocals for them and chants. That's not supposed to be the case. It's supposed to feel like a full project, a group project. It's supposed to feel like everybody chipped in and put their weight forward. But instead, what it feels like a Frankenstein of a creature, where you have vocalists doing their thing, you have harmonies doing their thing. Okay, the vocalist and harmony. Okay, you have harmonies doing their thing, you have the chorus doing its thing, you have the singer doing their thing. Yeah. And then cohesion. The album doesn't feel cohesive because you get taken out of the moment. You feel like you're not listening to what you signed up for. When they gave us Rumba and then you listen to this everything else, it doesn't. They literally started with their best track and you're like, okay, this is fire. Then you get to the second song, the third song, you're like, hey, what's going on here? You know? And that's the problem. I feel like this is one of those projects that really needed a lot of work. It needed these guys to sit down and arrange each track properly, to have the vocals come in at the right time, to have the harmonies come in at the right time, to pick the strongest singers for the song. Sometimes you have to take an L for the team. There are some songs here I felt like the singers were not right for the job. Some voices felt annoying because when they were solo, I don't know why. I can't, maybe it was the mixing and mastering, maybe it's the vocalist, I have no idea why. But there's some tracks here that felt annoying when the person started singing. They felt dry, they felt lost, they felt like they were just doing their own thing, the key was in there. Like there was just something weird going on. So this is a project I'd give a 5, you know, because I expected a lot from this project. Initially I probably gave it a 7 or something, but I'm just gonna be honest, I've listened to it again. I was disappointed because I really expected so much, and this is not the producer's fault. This is the artist's vision, and whatever they put to the table clashing. Maybe I have no idea what happened behind the scenes, but Wanavokali need to go back to the drawing board, sit down and find a way of presenting their projects as a unit. It doesn't have to be a lead singer. It doesn't have to be the same formula, lead singer and then everybody else chimes in. No, they can. The way they did Rumba is what the formula they should have followed in almost every track. It might sound monotonous, but it works. It's Wanavokali. It's not Wanavokali and a friend, or Wanavokali and friends. You get? It's Wanavokali. Even the features, there was a problem, you know. Wanavokali felt like wamerusha tu hapo ndani, and that's what pissed me off. So it's a 5 for me. Tell me what you think about the album. People ask me to review this album. Listen to it. Tell me what you think. If you think my sentiments are wrong, well and good. Let's have a conversation in the comment section. And I'll repeat, tafadhali msinitumie messages WhatsApp, because I will not answer them. I will not be answering messages about the links to on WhatsApp. So tupatane pale. That being said, tuonane next week.